Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Big Show Sports Podcast. I was going to come on early, but I decided to grace out my presence this morning. I know it's been a long time, YouTube, but I'm going to try to be on as much as I can. So I'm going to jump right into it, into the thick of things. So the NFL draft is coming up. Yesterday, the Chicago Bears traded their pick to the Carolina Panthers. So now Chicago has went to number 9. So they're telling me that they trust Justin Fields. He will be their guy in Chicago. But I'm not too sure what Carolina is going to do with their quarterback situation. Will they get Bryce Young? Will they get C.J. Stroud? Or will they just keep the quarterback that they have? Carolina can go either way. It really surprised me if they don't get Bryce Young. It will shock me if they don't get him. But if they do go quarterback, it may be Bryce Young, or it could go either way. It could go defense, or however the Carolina Panthers want to do it. Now, Chicago, I don't know. They're at 9. So I don't think Will Anderson Jr. will be there at 9. I could be wrong. But you think of Chicago, I think about defense when I think about the Chicago Bears. That's what they need. Go get Will Anderson Jr. This draft is not a wide receiver stronghold class this year, so I wouldn't look at that right now. But next year, Marvin Harrison Jr. come out next year from the Ohio State. Should be really good. But I'm hoping Chicago go defense this year. They really need to. You have Justin Fields. You got a star wide receiver already from Carolina. So, but you got to give them some more weapons out in Chicago as well. If you want your quarterback to continue to succeed and to get better, you want to get them some help as much as you can. So now you have a lot of real good quarterbacks coming out this year. You really do. You can't go wrong at all. You really can't. But I don't see C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young being on the board long. Someone's going to make a move and they will strike. So my thing, again, with the Panthers, do the right thing. Get Bryce Young. You have to get him off the board. That will be the guy I think can lead in Carolina. It really don't matter your height. It really doesn't matter. Who cares? As long as you can play the game of football, that's what I like. That's what I want. You bring him in, you study him, talk to him, get a feel for the character. If you think that's the guy, snatch him up. Go get him. April is coming up real soon. You have to already know who you want if you're Carolina. If it's quarterback you want, you know who it is. Running back, receiver, you can do so many things if you was Carolina. So we're going to see next month what Carolina's going to do, same with the Colts. But I want to talk about Detroit Lions. They need to go corner. They need a shutdown corner. You need defensive linemen. You need defense altogether in Detroit. They have everything they need on offense. My main concern for Detroit is getting that defense down pat. You have to have a stellar defense. You can't have the bottom of the totem pole defense. You got to have you don't even have a great defense. You got to have a decent enough defense to stop giving up so many points. And I think Detroit, they need to make that a point this year of getting some defensive help. So that will help Detroit. They had a pretty good season I was very surprised about Detroit. They really showed me a lot this year. And again, I speak on it a lot. Detroit has a really good fan base out in Detroit. They're very loyal out there. I love the way they support their team. So give the fans something back in return and get to the playoffs. I think Detroit can do it. I got faith in them. So let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. We'll get to David Carr to New Orleans shortly. If Aaron Rodgers decides to go to the New York Jets, will that make them the best team in the AFC, you may ask? No, it will not. We know who the best team in the AFC is. We know who it is. But it'll make them a threat? Will it? Do you really want to play for the New York Jets if you're Aaron Rodgers? Then we'll get on Lamar Jackson as well. Is that something that you really want to do? The media is not like it is in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure it's a little rowdy. You see it. So, if I was Aaron Rodgers, I would really think about that decision. Look where you're going. If that's where he wants to go, I'll say go for it. It'll be something if he does go to the Jets and they go all the way to the damn Super Bowl. That would be amazing. But we're gonna see in due time if he decides to go to the Jets. So now let's talk about Derek Carr in New Orleans. I'm not gonna be here long. Just get off of work, kind of tired, but I'll make it through. I like it. I really do. But I just don't see New Orleans taking that step just yet. Carr has a pretty good arm. I like the guy. I really want to see how great New Orleans can be with David Carr behind center. So now you have to see what Michael Thomas is going to do. Michael Thomas, I've never been a fan of him. You have a young wide receiver, but I've never been a fan of Michael Thomas, so I don't know what the Saints are going to do with him. But I'm looking forward to see what David Carr can bring to New Orleans in the start of the season. Lamar Jackson, superstar quarterback, Baltimore Ravens. If I was him, this is what I would do. This is what I would do if I was Lamar Jackson. I'm sitting out. Now, is he worth $230 million? No. I don't think he is. Maybe some may disagree and say he is. Former MVP, I understand. Been watching the man play since he was in college in Louisville. But he's not worth $230 million. That's what he's asking, if I'm not wrong. That's what he's asking. Is he going to get it? Maybe not. He's not going to get it in Baltimore. I don't think they really believe in him. If they did, they would have opened up that checkbook a long time ago for Lamar Jackson. It's weird than all the teams that don't want Lamar Jackson. It's kind of funny. It's kind of odd. But Daniel Jones, let's be clear. But Daniel Jones, for the New York Giants, he gets paid. He gets paid. Saquon Barkley, I got a problem with this. He gets the tag. But with Barkley, I understand injuries always hurt. Had a conversation with somebody about that yesterday. Daniel Jones had one great freaking season. No, he's getting the money. I got a problem with that. I was at, hey, I paid Barkley before I paid Daniel Jones. But what's done is done. That's kind of mind-boggling to me. So, Odell Beckham Jr., he had a chance to shine. To show everyone that he still has a few years left in the tank. I don't know who's going to sign him. I mean, everyone thought Dallas was going to do it, but obviously Jerry Jones didn't pull the trigger to get him out in Dallas. His name still rings bells when you think of football, Odell Beckham Jr. Cleveland Browns, I heard, was in attendance out in Arizona for his workout. But I will say this. Don't be surprised if Odell Beckham Jr. doesn't get signed. Let's just throw it out there. What if he doesn't get signed by anyone? Just think about it. What if he doesn't get paid? I mean, get picked up by a team. That is something to watch out for as well. What if he doesn't get picked up by a team? College basketball March Madness is on the way. Selection Sunday is here tomorrow, I do believe. I hope Alabama has the number one seed. I think they will. Same with Kansas. I'm not too certain on the other two, but I do have a team that probably won't make the tournament at all, and I'm going with North Carolina. Excuse me. I don't think North Carolina will make the tournament. I know Duke's going to make it. Syracuse, but speaking of Syracuse, we know Jim Boeheim, he stepped down. That's Syracuse men's basketball coach, been the coach for 47 years. My time is running out, but he's been the coach for 47 years out in Syracuse. Really great coach, national champion. Had great rivals with Georgetown, Villanova, and many other schools, Duke as well, where it was really, really good. You know, Syracuse is a powerhouse school. We know that in basketball. We can't say that it's not, because if I say it's not, I will be a liar. I love college basketball. I really want to see Syracuse bring back those glory days that they once had. It was very good seeing Syracuse back in the day, playing really well. So we're going to see what the future holds for Syracuse. And Texas, their former coach, the one that got fired for domestic violence, I'm thinking his name is ringing bells in Ole Miss to be the next head coach there. Should be good. He's a good coach. It just things happen, get out of control, and things can get pretty bad. I think some colleges they jump the gun before they get the facts, before the verdict. I think they just they jump the gun a little bit too fast sometimes. I think they need to get all the facts first before they make a decision on firing someone. I don't think they do that. I just think they up and fire people just to get it out of the way. And I don't think that's too smart. That's just me. I don't think you should up and fire someone just yet. If the charges is dropped, hey, we'll bring you back. But if they're not, we're not going to bring you back. So they were dropped. So I really thought he should have had his job back out in Texas. But hopefully he'll get a chance in Ole Miss. And Rick Pitino, his name as well has been coming up for the job out in St. John's. It's been a lot of coaches in college basketball that's been getting let go. Patrick Ewing out in Georgetown. So many coaches. He's been there for a minute, and Georgetown just couldn't really do anything, with Patrick Ewing there. So it's always good, for a change, and that's what a lot of schools have done. A lot of coaches, when I tell you, a lot of coaches has got fired in college basketball this season. I didn't see Patrick Ewing really getting fired. I really thought Patrick Ewing was going to be there for a little while. But again, don't forget Selection Sunday is tomorrow. I am very excited to see Selection Sunday. I don't know everyone's teams. I know I'm a Syracuse Oregon fan. I don't think they're going to make the tournament. But I really want to see them do a whole lot better than what's been going on. We have a few games today in college basketball. The championships are going on right now. I'm hoping Alabama, they can win the SEC. They'd be really good. They play Missouri today. Again, I don't have much time, but after this here, I'm going to keep going until the next few minutes. A little bit of news and notes that's been going on around the sports world. The Kansas Jayhawks, their head coach, Bill Self, he's okay after his health scare. So that's pretty good. I'm not going to talk about the Alabama player that was that didn't have anything to do with the murders. I'm not going to get too deep into that because I don't have any of the facts. I just know that the police hasn't charged him with anything, but we're just going to keep that there. And Missouri, they extended their coach through the 28-29 season, and Georgia Tech, they fired their coach. I told you it was a lot of coaches getting fired. Jim Boeheim, of course, he didn't get fired. He just walked away. Great career as a college coach. There's really nothing that he can put his head down about out in Syracuse. If you've never been to a game in Syracuse, I think you should go. Check it out. But again, people, my time is running out. But I will be back here every Saturday at the same time at 7, maybe 7:45, maybe 8 o'clock. But for right now, it'll be 7:45. But that just depends on when I get off work. So, but it's been a minute since I came on here. But I will say this, the best backcourt in the NBA to me is Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. I like Kevin Durant. He's out for 1 to 3 weeks. He's out in Dallas. He's out in Phoenix. I'm sorry. But y'all have a great night, and thank you for listening to the Big Shot Sports Podcast. I will see y'all later.